Coach, how has the adjustment been for Jovan? This 3-4 to 4-3, has that had to play itself out over several weeks of learning in the new system?
Yeah, it has. And one thing that he's a better player when you put pads on than when you're walking through. So we spend a lot of time without shoulder pads or what have you. But he's really been impressive the last week and a half, 2 weeks. You can see a drastic improvement in him. So I think it's been a little adjustment for him. And then he didn't go through spring ball, which a lot of guys didn't. But anyhow, he's been really a pleasant player, and his progress has been what we're looking for. So looking very, very much forward to what he can do when next Saturday comes.
Thanks.
All right, John, and then Kevin.
I have a question about Jonathan King. I mean, he was a guy who played defensive tackle last year. Seems like he's down to about 260 pounds. Where do you see him fitting in on the defensive line, and what do you see his strengths being, either run or pass?
Yeah, John, I think he found a home at defensive end. John, like you said, he's right around 260. He's an athletic guy, and he's got some strength and some size. He's doing a really good job playing the run and the pass, and he just has his athleticism at that weight for us is what we're looking for. So, he's going to be able to play both in both situations. And also I'm pleased with where he's at, and we think we found a home for him.
All right, Kevin, then Jordan.
Yeah, Coach, obviously, the quarterbacks are wearing the red jerseys and all, but, I mean, are any early evaluations as to what kind of pass rush that you guys are getting, and maybe how some of your edge rushers, the technique is sinking in?
Yeah, I think we're doing a good job. That's obviously a point of emphasis for us. We've got several guys that have stood out, pass rush wise. We got I don't want to name every single one, but Mike Ziemba's done a really nice job. I think he's improved his pass rush ability. We got some inside guys that can pass rush, but the biggest thing that we know that we're going to have to do, whether it's 4 or 5 guys, that we got to rush as a unit, and we got to work together, keep that quarterback, in the pocket, keep him contained, get him off his spot, so that's the biggest thing we're trying to do is win one-on-one battles, but at the same time, it's 4 guys rushing as one. And when we do that, we think we have a chance to be successful.
Jordan and Dylan.
Hey, Coach. Throughout fall camp and practice, what makes Javon Swan such a great guy to coach? What makes him so coachable, a good guy to be in that room?
Well, when Javon walks in the room, I know I'm definitely not the smartest guy in the room. All right, so he's a smart guy. He's a veteran that's been around. He knows how to handle himself. Always conducts himself in a first-class manner. He comes to work just like a pro would, where he's taking notes and he's studying. He's been in big games. So having that guy in the room has been a huge benefit for us. And then, like I said, his improvement the last couple of weeks has been drastic, and you get used to our scheme and get used to our terminology. Very pleased with where he's at.
Dylan and Matt Weaver.
Hey, Coach, yesterday when we talked to Kenny, you talked about a lot of the depth you kind of have up front. I mean, just how easy is it made I guess, your job to have so many guys that you feel comfortable with kind of, interchanging out the positions and just having, at least I think it was 5 guys you said they feel comfortable with kind of playing there.
Yeah, it's obviously that's a good thing. And anytime that we have competition amongst us, I think it raises everybody up. High tide raises all ships. So when we have a guy that has a great day, then he moves up. We have a guy that has a not so good day, that he's going to move down. So they're competing for playing time, and we do have several guys that are competing still. To see not only if they're going to start, but how many reps they're going to get in the game. So that's been great. We've got good players here. We've got good numbers of players, and again, the competition has been very good, and it's a healthy thing for our football team, and especially the D-line.
All right, Matt and John.
Sorry about that. Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good, man.
So actually, I know obviously you weren't here last year, but there's a few guys that redshirted, didn't play, or for whatever reason. Bo Robbins, Jeremy Passmore, Antoine Whitner. Just kind of want to see kind of how their development's going, and maybe where you see them fitting in possibly this year on your D-line.
Yeah, I think all those guys are doing a nice job. Jeremy Passmore, which is called Pimo, he's going to be in the mix, whether he starts or plays. I know he's going to play a considerable amount of snaps, so he's doing a really good job. Bo has been maybe one of the most improved guys that we have on the defensive line. Really doing a nice job, being physical versus run, and then his pass rush has really been improving. So we'll see what the season holds for him. And then, Antoine still developing, but progressing every single day. But those other two guys, will have a chance, and especially Jeremy Passmore, he'll be a guy that will definitely see reps this next week. So pleased with their development, and you just got to keep working.
All right, John, and then we'll wrap up with Matt.
Coach Allen was talking about physicality along the defensive line. That was a huge emphasis because you want to, obviously be able to win in the trenches. I mean, how do you develop that physicality? I mean, is that just technique? Is that a mindset that you reinforce in terms of, bringing that up and preaching that? Like, how do you increase that level of physicality?
Yeah, obviously it's got to be something that you practice every single day. And I do believe you can get, more physical, you can get tougher, but it's something that has got to be practiced every single day and every single rep in practice, So, anybody can go out there for one snap and be physical. It's down after down after down that you got to do it. So it's everything. It's a mindset. It's, bringing it every single day. Coach Allen does such a good job of showing and being an example of toughness and of discipline, and that all goes in with being physical and stopping that run on game days. So I think the guys have done a good job. It's something that we're going to have to keep stressing every single day. I know this is a really physical conference, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
All right, Matt, last one.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about James Head. I know, obviously, like you said, you weren't here last year, but he's a guy that in his first 2 years has kind of flashed from week to week. Is the next step for him just kind of that consistency all the time and to reach his potential? And what do you think his potential is as a player?
Yeah, James, another guy that's, very, very pleased with his work ethic. I mean, he's a guy that, I think every single day shows that, he's got the physical tools and the mental ability to go out there and play hard and do it down after down after down. So, that's what we're just going to do. We're just going to keep focusing on every single opportunity that we have to get better. We just went through a walkthrough. We do a great job with the walkthroughs and attention to detail. And again, that's by Coach Allen, his lead, and Coach Womack, his lead. But as long as our guys keep doing what they need to be doing, focusing on each individual rep, I think they all have a chance to be successful. And James definitely has a chance to continue building on the successes he's had last year. And really looking forward for him to step up and have a big time year for us.